Amazon, who it was just crazy to hear what their build out looks like right now, and said that when they go in, they're looking at like defunct coal plants or other power plants that are nearby these data centers. And if they can't get the power they need from the local community, they just buy up the coal powered plant or the other power plants that were there. They buy them up and then they revitalize them, bring a couple thousand people, build it out to a new energy complex. And then, you think, that's great. So now that coal plant that you're taking over, which is defunct, it closed 3 years ago or 4 years ago or 10 years ago under regulations and onerous regulations and so forth, you're going to revitalize it and then the community will benefit. No. They're going to get all the power. So they're not giving any of this power back to the community. The coal plants specifically, and the ones that are in Nevada and Colorado where Amazon is coming in and building these facilities, they're buying them up and revitalizing them, and they're turning them into natural gas facilities. So that it's far cleaner. They don't have to deal with the coal regulations, and then they will use all of that energy. Oh, okay. So then it won't have an effect on the community then, right? So then energy prices won't have gone up in the community. Oh, no. In fact, the sources I've spoken to at Amazon said absolutely the energy costs will go up in those communities, and they already have. So they're self-contained. Why are my energy costs going up? It's because the spillover effect of it all, and the grid capacity and everything else. So you're already seeing this across the country. People without data centers, even in their backyard yet, are seeing increases to their kilowatt hours, their per kilowatt hours, upwards of 12, 13, 14%, just in prices. We in Colorado have already seen prices skyrocket, even without the massive data center build-outs, because it's future projections. So it's the auction process of electricity. So the future projections on the auction process believe that they will be over capacity. They believe, and local communities are saying expect blackouts. If I could, I'll give you an example. Homer City, Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, near where I went to college out there, University of Pittsburgh, and the whole area in Western PA. This is a really interesting anecdote because Homer City, their energy prices have already increased, but they're building this. The data centers that have come in there have revitalized the old coal plants that are there, and were shut down in 2023. Now they're building this massive Homer City energy complex. On top of it, converting it to natural gas, but the people of Homer City don't get the benefit of it. They don't get any of that. It's going to go to the data center build out. And I think the mayor, the other members of the local city council have already seen those prices go up and have said that we will expect blackouts. This is Pennsylvania. This isn't Texas where you get incredible heat waves. You still get heat waves and things, but not like Texas or Arizona. So expect blackouts. Like over the next few years, our grid cannot handle this. And so the people of this area that live in the surrounding area can expect to see their homes affected by this and blackouts that will unfold in these neighborhoods. And again, that's Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, nowhere near like Abilene, Texas, or Arizona. So these things are very real for people, and the costs that will be passed on to the consumers, where energy costs are already skyrocketing, is very real. I know the Trump administration says, well, we're putting this cap on as part of this, this AI build out. We're putting this cap on it so that we're going to make these producers pay that. But there's no evidence that they are. Like, we are already paying more for electricity. Already. I don't know what it is for you, like in Maine, like if you've seen it there, if you know like what data center, because it seems like I'm looking at the data center map in Maine is like very minimal for build outs from what I can tell. But so you have the future projections of costs of this energy build out that are already affecting people.
You're invited to join Phoenix Energy's next webinar, where you can drill deeper into our bond offerings. We currently offer two.
I guess I'm really struck by so many parts of the story, but the one that I'm fixated on maybe most is the total powerlessness of the people who live in this country to have any effect on any of this at all. Going back to what you said at the outset of the conversation about the Department of Justice targeting anyone who complains about this or tries to slow it down. Have there been, I don't think most people are for this. I don't think people understand exactly what the purpose of it is. I don't think there's been much of an attempt to convince us that this will improve our lives, which is to say the technology itself, AI, data centers. How is that good for me? How does it make this a better country for my kids? No one's spending any time trying to convince us that it is. It's all scaring the crap out of people, maybe for good reason, maybe not. I really don't know what the motive is. You talk to an AI person, someone developing AI, and they spend very little time telling you how this is going to cure cancer and a whole lot of time telling you how it may end humanity. So it's like, I don't really get what's going on here, but I know that people aren't for it. Has anybody had any success in protecting their own communities from destruction by this?
Maybe New York State is the only real story right now from a state level, where you have the state now banning the build out of data centers right now. So, and you have Governor Abbott in Texas who is now putting a 1-year moratorium on data center buildouts through an audit process. So you have to prove like your energy efficiency and all of that in order to be built out in Texas. But I love the hypocrisy there. So it's okay that we can have like massive child trafficking operations like happening right in the state of Texas and right under your nose, and old Walmart facilities and thousands of children being trafficked. But we're gonna audit data centers.
Abbott has overseen the total destruction of Texas, and it's
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's evil, he's just weak, but doesn't get the credit he deserves for that. But it'll be obvious in the next 10 years.
But New York, I mean, so we'll see. I mean, I don't know, and I don't know what's going to happen in Texas. I mean, you have this Project Stargate project in Abilene, Texas, arguably one of the largest data center build-outs in the world. In Project Stargate, one that President Trump has championed. So I wonder if there's going to be any pushback from the AI task force. If anyone speaks out against that in the state of Texas. But New York, and I don't know how much of this is, how much of this will continue, and will New York be like the state that says we're done with data centers altogether? Sorry, go someplace else. What will that look like? And I don't know. And I don't know if this will be rolled back, pending some, hey, we now feel that they're self-sufficient, the power is self-sufficient, they don't need to rely on us at all for energy, for water. And they figured out the diesel generation backup, so it's not spilling off particulates and all of these other things. And now we can welcome them back to the state.
Thanks for watching our